My name is Jess Plew, and I'll be representing the Blaine Firehouse Company. Last night around 10 p.m. we received a 911 call concerning a farmhouse fire in southwestern Madison County in southwestern Madison Township in Perry County, Pennsylvania. When we arrived on the scene shortly after the call, we noticed that the house was completely engulfed in flames. A little bit after midnight, the fire was completely extinguished, but although it did not claim not only the farmhouse, but also the family's car and 7 of the residents' children, ages ranging from 7 months to 11 years. The head of the house, Theodore and Janelle Klaus, are extremely distraught about the situation. I'll now open the floor up to any questions.
Where were the parents at the time?
Janelle was out, the mother, Janelle, was out in the family's barn milking cows when Leah, the only surviving child, age 3, came out to alarm her mother that there was smoke in the house. When Leah and her mother, Janelle, ran back to the house, they noticed all entrances to the house were completely engulfed in flames. They then went to a neighbor's house to call 911, and then a quarter mile down the road, Theodore Klaus, was a quarter mile only on his second stop delivering milk, which was his second occupational job to support the family.
Do they know the cause of the fire?
Grandfather Noah Sauter believes that because the family uses propane to heat the house, that there may have been a heating incident with their propane heater in the kitchen.
Do you know if the house was equipped with any fire detectors or alarms that would alarm them?
There were fire detectors in the house, but Theodore, the father, does not know if they were working.
How far was the mother from the house?
The barn from the house is about 30 yards away.
Is there anything that the fire department's going to do to help citizens of the town get knowledge on working fire alarms and working fire detectors?
I do not know that at the moment.
Did the firefighters make any attempt to save the children, or was
The house was completely gone by the time we arrived. The children, there will be no autopsy done on the children because we do know that cause of death was CO2 inhalation from the fire.
How are you doing for your firefighters to cope with having to see this?
We will be having counselors come in to deal with not only the firefighters but the ambulance workers as well at the Blaine Fire Company.
Red Cross typically comes in to help families like this to establish a place to stay and things like that. Can you tell me where the Klaus family is staying right now?
They're actually staying in a mobile home on their property, still at the farm, continuing to work. Theodore refuses to take too much time off. He is planning only a week. Janelle could not take an interview, unfortunately, but we understand her grieving process at the moment. There will be not only counselors and staff working with the children at Blaine Elementary School, but as well as, like I said, there will be counselors at Blaine Fire Company also.
Are there any donations or fundraisers that the family is partaking in?
Any contributions to the family will be made to the Church of the Living Christ in Loyalsville, Pennsylvania.
You might have already said this, I'm sorry about that, but was it during the night or the early morning? Were the rest of the kids in bed? How was the one able to?
It was at 10 o'clock at night, and as Janelle was putting her children to sleep and before Theodore had gone off to deliver milk, the 2-year-old and the 3-year-old were still watching television as the older children had been put themselves to bed already, as Janelle was taking care of the younger children before she went out milking and left the 2- and 3-year-old to watch TV.
Will there be a memorial for the children?
We're not sure about a memorial, but we do know that a funeral service will be held this Tuesday.
What was the response time for you all to get out? The house was completely gone when you got there. What was the reason for the delay here?
We got to the scene as quick as we possibly could. For the mother to report that going only the 30-yard run for the house to be completely engulfed entrance-wise, there really wasn't much we could do by the time we got there. The house was completely engulfed.
All right. Good job,